I absolutely love the music. Salutation, darlings. Azorwing here, bringing you some more Genshin Impact. Last time, we were doing some story quests. And we learned a bit about one of our dear friends and his search for immortality. I'm giving no more spoilers than that. But it's real. Anywho, this time we are helping out the fishing association. Thelxie's fantastic adventures. Water Imp's Conjecture. Was that like a gong? It was just midnight. Okay. I was like, what is that sound? It was like a gong. Turns out it basically was. This area has a bell. Oh my goodness, cat. Did you want something? Alright. Oh, let's speak to Fontaine's Fishing Association.
That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all? No, that can't be. But what if there's a chance?
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Della Roche, the representative of the Fontaine Fishing Association. How can I help you?
She sounds like she's 60. You receive that's not a complaint, that's just merely an observation. My favorite person in the world is McGrim. Here, we received your commission request.
Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh, finally. Someone has heard my prayers.
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something. Don't worry, you've got two super experienced adventurers right here. We'll take care of anything and everything for you as long as you pay us a little bit of mora.
Oh, you are exactly the helpers I need. See, the problem is that the fish around a fishing spot at Araneus have just all up and vanished recently. They disappeared too quickly for it to have been the work of human anglers. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I had planned to go and investigate the area right away.
But
Right, but unfortunately, as the representative of the Fishing Association, there are a few other errands that I absolutely have to run. So,
So you'd like us to investigate the spot for you?
the case of the missing fish.
exactly, you're right, Mora. So I thought I could delegate this work to you. Are you two some kind of prophets, knowing exactly what I was going to say like that? Or maybe like the oracles you read about in fairy tales.
Wait, now, last time we helped Yoimiya, I remember the time before that was Baiju. Nope, we already told you you're adventurers.
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind of thing, that's all.
Yep, we're...
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'll get a good night's sleep knowing the two of you are on the case. All right.
Oh, hey.
But don't we just need to investigate the missing fish? It really doesn't sound too difficult.
Oh, 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 oh. Okay. I had to mute for a minute. Everything's all in good now. Yep, yep.
No, you mustn't let your guard down. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I have good reason to believe that the fish have gone missing due to an encounter with the water imps.
Water imps?
Yes, you're both Outlanders, right? Our local fairy tales often speak of a terrifying underwater creature called
Fish.
Thelxie.
Fish.
The story our parents would tell us was always the same. If we went to the water alone, then we'd be snatched away and eaten by a water imp called Thelxie.
Ah.
A child eating water imp? Did they tell you what it looked like?
My father would always describe it as a beautiful, multicolored snake woman, while my mother said it had a handsome face. It's really strange, though, because you'd also hear other people describe it as just a chubby penguin with a deceptive appearance.
A handsome, beautiful, chubby penguin?
Even though the tales vary regarding its appearance, everyone agrees that it's really dangerous. It lives in an underwater cave surrounded by pallid bones and uses its sensitive nose to track down lonely children who've lost their way. And once it finds a child, it uses its alluring singing voice to lure them into the water before swallowing them whole. Pretty terrifying, isn't it?
I suppose.
Sounds kinda scary. But isn't that pretty normal for a fairy tale? After all, those kinds of stories are usually made up to help keep children away from danger.
But what if the fairy tale was inspired by a real-life tale? Just like how a water vein always has a source.
Do you have any concrete evidence?
Well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say that someone recently saw a child walk into the water as if he was possessed by something. Doesn't that sound just like he was responding to the call of a water imp?
So you mean someone really got eaten by a water imp?
It's all hearsay, so it's hard to confirm. But still, they all say this happened on Irenaeus. That's no laughing matter if you ask me. Both the Opera House and the Fountain of Lucine were built there, and the sources of many water veins can be traced to the island as well. Combine that with the mysterious mist, the huge tree with expansive underground roots, and the rumor that the fish-heps on the island can understand human language. Is it really so shocking that an island so shrouded in mystery could harbor a terrifying water imp as well?
Why does Paimon feel like you're pulling our leg? You're just piling on the rumors now. Still, if someone's really been hurt, then we can't just ignore the situation, right, Traveler?
Right. Right. We'll go check it out.
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water on your map. Don't forget that no matter what, safety always comes first.
Safety first. Now please go and investigate this incredibly dangerous and mysterious area that I can't check out myself. Admittedly, nice. This is a sword. This is such a weird sword. 4, 10, 10, 12, 2, 5, 5, 6. 20, 20, 20, 20, 420, blaze it. God damn it. My disappointment is immeasurable. Okay, so it's just a blueprint. I thought it was an actual little figurine. That would have been cool. Anywho. where we're going is way over here. Ah, yes. The most exploring that I've done. Hold on, I need to step away for a moment.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Alright. I was like, why haven't I gotten that yet? Sometimes because I'm too busy. Other times it's because I just plain don't notice them.
What's the hurry? Huh.
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful. Huh? Look, there are some footprints over there.
Thelxie development log. Oh, well, we found the Thelxie incredibly quickly. It's a penguin. A penguin. I'm very curious at where number 2 is. Bard. Hello, Onyx. The footprints extend all the way into
These
the water.
look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and see if we can find anything else. Wait, did you hear something just now?
Gurgling noises can be heard coming from the water. Dun, dun, dun. The noises grow louder and louder until something emerges with a loud splash.
What is that? Don't come any closer!
Paimon? Traveler?
Fremine?
I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this.
Rene removes his diving helmet.
Fremine!
Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp. Thank goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Huh? A water imp?
You were investigating a water imp called the Thelxie.
Thelxie, you say?
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know someone else who's trying to investigate the water imp?
No. I think our situations are probably unrelated.
Then could you tell us what's going on with you?
Sure, if that's in order. I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has commissioned me to make a special toy. Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp? Wait, hold on! Fremina, you never take commissions from other people!
Yeah, but, she made a special request, but out of respect for her privacy, I can't really talk about it.
Understandable.
It's alright though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're two of my trustworthy companions.
Aww.
Hearing that, she might be willing to share some information, and you'll be able to continue with your investigation.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes,
God.
you're still really considerate. Our target isn't necessarily the water imp, though. We're primarily here to investigate the disappearance of the fish.
The fish?
Renee nods slightly and seems lost in thought after you tell him about the commission from the fishing association. Suddenly his breath catches in his throat.
Ah, I think I may have connected the dots. These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. The pressure testing makes a lot of noise. So, all that about the disappearing fish? Well, it was probably because of me.
So that's how it was? That actually makes a lot of sense. Wait, so could that mean the child we heard about who walked into the water was also...
Just Renee preparing for another day of work.
Yes, I think that's quite likely as well.
Whew. So in the end, it was just Fremine. Paimon spent all this time imagining what a water imp from the fairy tales might look like, and it all turns out to be just a hoax.
Don't sound so disappointed, Pi.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible. Once I'm done, the fish should come back.
Don't worry about it. It was just a misunderstanding. Oh, hello. Minnow. We'd be happy to help.
Thank you.
Actually, how much work do you still have left, Fremine? Maybe we could lend you a hand.
Thanks for offering. But I can't trouble you any more than I already have.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions? Companions are all about helping each other, you know?
But don't you need to report back to your commissioner?
Oh, that can be done later.
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out, even though we were just tasked with finding out why the fish had gone missing.
Don't eat that.
If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back.
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind of thing. That's all.
Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip!
Is that what you'd like to do as well?
Aw, he's actually asking us, and not just Paimon who's talking over our head. And yes, we do agree with Paimon this time.
Alright, I'll trust your judgment. Please follow me. I've made a makeshift camp over there.
A lot of coinky-dink.
I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try. Hey, Thelxie, are you there?
Oh, there's a development log too. His snag. Fresh ass bye. Is he speaking in Morse code? Is that hello? That I'm like, hold on. It's been far too long since I've investigated anything Morse code wise. Morse. Or skip translator. I can't exactly copy and paste. Morse code alphabet. Emojis. Series of dots and dashes that are a lot longer when it comes to just numbers. Open emotion, new tab. Yeah. I'll keep this on standby. Of course, it could also be not Morse code, and I could just be reading into things. Yeah, it's probably just nonsense. Or maybe it's not, huh? Ah, yes. Am I looking into this far too much? Absolutely. Dash and 3 dots is B. Dot dash dash and the music read out. I am taking too long. W. DBW dot dash dash dot dot dot. DBWB? What? DBWB? What?
So that's Fremona's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pear.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear.
Where's Penguin Town?
It's not really anywhere famous or important. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Thelxie. Nice to meet you. Do you know how to say hello?
So, can Thelxie talk? He just said the same thing, basically. Which is... I am, like, getting this right? Oh. Yeah, DBWB. So can
I
Thelxie talk?
wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, I had to give up on the idea. As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages into discernible words, so he can't really talk to us just yet.
No need to get so technical. So basically, you want us to help you complete and install this language module, right?
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employer's requests. It was just something I wanted to try. I have 2 other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on Thelxie's motherboard, to make sure he will be able to function properly in most situations.
That doesn't sound too hard. And what's the other thing?
She said that so awkwardly.
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie some colorful shells and coral, so I can craft a weapon for him.
A weapon? Will Thelxie have to fight?
Mm-hmm. Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand, like that brave prince of legend. It's a part of my employer's request.
What an imaginative employer! Naming Thelxie after a water imp, but wanting him to look like a prince?
Well, regardless of his role or species, Thelxie's purpose is the same. Just like Pear, he has come to this world to serve as somebody's companion.
Let's see. No, I did not mean to do what I did. I'm curious if he's, once more, I must ask if he's actually singing. Dash dot dot. So D. Dot dash dot DP. He's standing for it. Dot. Excuse me. Dash dot N. VPN dash dash dot dash Q B dash three dots is B. Four dots. That's probably that's H. Three dashes is O. That's J. Dot dot dash dot F. Still more gibberish. Dear little.
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again! Could he understand what we were just talking about?
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately, due to the lack of a translation module, he still can't quite communicate with us.
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work. Maybe let's start by doing some testing on the motherboard. That sounds like something we can do here in the camp.
Sounds good. The motherboard is on my workbench, so please follow me. Ah, here we go. I have this testing manual, so feel free to reference it if you get stuck. Want to give it a try? It's okay if you don't succeed immediately. I've got a lot of backup boards just in case.
Sure, I'll give it a try.
Okay. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah, we always do. TBWB. TBWB.
Please give the testing a try.
Very easy.
You're doing well. Just as I expected.
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks before, you know.
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's just as I mentioned earlier. We're after colorful shells and coral. Oh, speaking
Coral!
of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment, right?
Yeah, we're pretty much experts, I'd say.
Okay, that's good. Just let me know if you ever feel uncomfortable. I'll make sure to stay right by your side.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
Go! Water jet!
Hmm. You know, that is a really big fish. That would be cool. I was gonna say if Lemaine could do the thing. Yeah.
It should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search.
Magic
This is
conch.
it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves in the water to help us with all kinds of underwater exploration and excavation efforts. Here, try it. Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Of course, Remine. You're fringe-shaped. And your penguin's extra fringe-shaped. Ugh. Come on. Nope. God damn it. I also love how the map changes, or was changing. Oh, there it goes. Underwater, over water. Underwater, over water. Am I having too much fun with this? No such things. I am just swimming like a perfectly reasonable person. Hello.
Ah, Fremine, you're back. I thought you might have been out diving.
I'm sorry, Madame Destray. I must have kept you waiting. I can report, though, that the construction of Thelxie is going quite smoothly.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor. And these two are...
Oh, they're two of my trustworthy companions. They're here to help me work on Thelxie.
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone responsible like you to have some reliable friends.
Aw.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame Destray. Are you...
Greetings, my
Oh,
new friends.
goddamn.
Just call me Zuria. You are both so adorable. The sight of you reminds me of little fairies under a cottage roof.
I like her already.
Oh, do you really think so?
Aw, and you look like a fairy too.
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed with the tales of water imps. And I wouldn't have had to trouble Fremine here with this commission.
Obsessed with the tales of water imps?
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet? I would have thought Fremine had explained it to you already.
Nope. He's like, customers' privacy comes first.
Well, Fremine told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just share it willy-nilly.
Exactly.
I see. So Monsieur Fremine is even more discreet than I had thought. As you are assisting him with the project, I believe it'll be beneficial for you to learn more about its vision and history. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you without your permission. So, would you like to listen to my story?
Absolutely.
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things about us, so we'll try our best to help you get through your troubles.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my situation into words. I'm sure you're already familiar with the tale of the water imps, right? Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince their children to stay away from the water. My child is rather special, however. While most other children are terrified of Thelxie, he's infatuated with him.
There's always at least one.
Infatuated? With a water imp? What a brave soul.
Yes, he told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood. In his mind, instead of singing to abduct children, the water imp actually sang out of a longing for companionship. As a result, he often goes near the water in secret.
Huh. So he wanted to become friends with the water imp so it wouldn't be lonely any longer? What a unique way of thinking.
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd. He was actually diagnosed with loneliness syndrome when he was only 8 years old.
Is that an actual thing? I've got to check. Loneliness. Chronic loneliness occurs when feelings of loneliness and uncomfortable social isolation goes on for a long period of time. Characterized by constant and unrelenting feelings of being alone, separated or deprived from others, and an inability to connect on a deeper level. Okay, so it's just like human brain be doing human brain things and making things worse for you. Checks out. Checks out. Honestly, rip the kid. Loneliness syndrome?
Mm-hmm. It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely and lose interest in many mundane activities. The syndrome is probably what made him so determined to become friends with the water imp.
You, you heard about tales that were supposed to be scary and instead found them heartbreaking and sad and thought, ah, yes, I can relate. I wasn't expecting so many feelings today.
Oh no. Is it a very serious disorder?
Hmm. If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon, you would only be able to say less than a fraction of the words you're saying to the traveler now.
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the traveler, and she won't settle for a single word less!
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son, but since the disorder is rare, there aren't many good regimens for treatment. He's also developed some new symptoms lately, such as uncontrollable delusions.
Huh? Uncontrollable what now?
Now that is odd.
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality, and spends all his time in his fantasy world.
Then what is he seeing in his fantasy world?
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've compiled what I could understand of his recent rambling. It goes a bit like this.
Once upon a time, there was a splendid and magnificent underwater kingdom of water imps on the Sakila plain, 500 feet beneath the surface. Countless lovely water imps lived in houses made of rainbow shells and coral, tending to sea animals during the day and singing between fields of golden Tigalia during the night. Everyone led carefree and blessed lives until the day of the Iridescence Parade, the important festival during which the new king would be crowned. Before the festival, all water imps would select the most precious pearl they own, wrap it in golden branches and leaves, and offer it to their most beloved prince. And during the day of the parade, the prince would cross a rainbow bridge made from all the offered shells and accept the crown from his father amid the applause of his subjects. Finally, the new king would bless everyone with his well wishes. And for the prince's name, it was none other than Thelxie.
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this? He really crafted a lovely fairy tale world for Thelxie. It's like a beautiful dream.
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long. You see, the story ended with a twist.
The day of the Iridescence Parade came as expected, but countless monsters also arrived alongside the prince. The monsters were evil and cruel, and they struck fear into all the water imps' hearts. The water imps, adept at singing as they were, could not defend themselves against the monsters, so the kingdom fell. The king was killed, and the water imps were locked behind bars. The rainbow bridge lost its color and crumbled away. The prince was barely able to escape with the help of a mysterious masked individual, but he had already lost everything and could only spend his days singing mournful songs. And just as the prince sang out of loneliness, so could his song only be heard by similarly lonely children.
How could the story end like this? Is that kind of fantasizing what caused your son to develop his loneliness syndrome?
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest. But in any case, the biggest problem is the patient eventually loses themselves to the fantasy world of their own creation.
What do you mean?
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality. He's begun to see himself as Thelxie.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt became the same as that of a prince who lost everything he ever loved or stood for.
How heartbreaking.
What? So that's what you meant by uncontrollable delusions. Then we have to help him snap out of it.
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor, and we think it is best.
Has like 1,000-yard stare. Okay. I was like, what's going on? Hold on. Last time something weird like that happened, I lost hours. Yeah, things seem to be going well so far.
He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world. But since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of the book. If we could use this book as a breakthrough for his condition. Here, you can take a look.
So Zuria's-san also saw Thelxie as a penguin. Oh, he looks so sad.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, we'll lead the story to a different ending. One where the water imprint is eventually able to restore his kingdom with the help of his friends. We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow and let him perceive a world full of hope again. That's what I mean by guiding his fantasy.
Ah.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Femine need to make a Thelxie as well?
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Thelxie and help him regain his crown and country. But my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Femine here to craft a Thelxie, and then I'll paint the journey with this Thelxie into the picture book.
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh, you really put a lot of thought into this, Zuria. Paimon still has one question, though. Where will we be able to find a Water Imp Kingdom?
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already asked Femine to research them for me. We'll be able to use one of the ruins as the kingdom.
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a brave journey through the Kingdom of Water Imps. As long as we chase away the monsters in the ruins, it'll count as chasing away the monsters in the Water Imp Kingdom, right?
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as Zuria said. We need to take this seriously. And the only way we can take this seriously is if we choose to believe everything that's happening is real.
Cozy, cozy. I finally went to get my winter shawl.
So we'll be playing it straight, or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, neither of those really sound right. Well, either way, we'll still be able to help, right?
You got this.
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son. We can just see this as him wanting to stay asleep for a bit longer because he's so enamored with his dream.
Honestly, she's the best mom. Most parents would be like, "Oh, you're delusional," and just be completely dismissive, and would make things worse. Instead, she's just 180 best parent in the world, trying to actually help, trying to connect, trying.
Zuria.
Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. I should be heading back right about now to check on my son. We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also a great view. Feel free to come find me if anything urgent comes up.
Okay.
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends were able to help me out, I've made some more progress on Thelxie. I estimate that he should be ready sometime tomorrow.
That's great news. I must thank you all. With that in mind, how about we meet here in 2 days' time to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps?
All right. Sounds good.
All right, everyone. Let's meet again in another 2 days.
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic lady. Fremine, do you think her plan will work out?
Let's discuss that over by the tent. There were a few things that I didn't bring up because the Madame was here.
What is it, Fremine? What did you want to say?
If you don't mind me asking, I would like the two of you to mentally prepare yourselves.
Mentally prepare ourselves. For what?
This is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? I know you two are both really strong and will do everything you can to help the child. But with the syndrome being the way it is, if things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be able to accept the outcome and not put too much blame on yourselves.
Fremine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just promise Zuria that we'll be optimistic about everything working out?
It's not that I'm not optimistic. It's just...
You know this illness really well?
So that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about. Wait, Fremine, don't tell Paimon that you also...
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it. I've just seen many cases of it at the House of the Hearth, back when we lived under the previous director. They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind, to environmental factors and even ley line disorder effects. Some even say it could be caused by contamination from god remains. And from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes. In the worst cases, the patient could even pass away.
Pass away, I'm guessing, is putting it lightly.
What? It could get that serious? And here Paimon thought they'd just stop talking as much.
That certainly is a symptom.
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. So, if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst case scenario, I would prefer that you back out right now. I don't want you to help only to feel like you failed.
Don't worry. I've seen all kinds of strange and difficult things in life. So we'll still give it some thought.
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things too. No matter how hard it might get, we won't be scared.
Really? Then in that case, let's see this real-life fantasy adventure together to the end.
Yeah! But Paimon has a question. If this illness can really be as bad as you've described, then do you really think Zuria's method will be able to help? After all, we'll just be using a toy as Thelxie and some ruins as the Kingdom of Water Imps. The whole adventure will only be turned into a picture book for her son to read.
Well, I think it should be able to do something. To harbor a fantasy means that the child wants to save himself somehow. The only reason he's allowed his dream kingdom to fall is because he's lost control of his heart. But if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness, we'll be able to change his world. Like helping someone who's lost their voice be able to speak again.
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now. Huh. How do you understand all of this so well, Fremine?
Well, maybe because I have also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy tale world, much like that boy's. I was able to draw a lot of support from it, so I believe in the power of fantasy worlds.
Sometimes the world you find, or even make up yourself, is more comforting and welcoming than the world you're more into. So the penguin town you mentioned was...
So you remembered.
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Don't leave Paimon in the dark!
Suddenly, Fremine pulls out a diving helmet and puts it on his head.
Hey, why did you put that on?
It's just one of my personal quirks. Please pay it no mind. Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place with
It's in
lots
the
of
shape
penguin
of a
residents.
penguin.
They're all really good at making clockwork toys.
It's how he connects to his own world.
And Pear is the town's triumphant hero, as well as the one who quietly protects the whole place.
Aw.
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
That's the point, Pie.
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me because he realized how much I needed him. So it's not so much that I made Pear, as Pear chose me as his friend.
Fremine, are you sure you're not losing control of your fantasies as well?
Oh my god, Pie, you are part of the problem.
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and reality. I just believe that the fairy tale world of my dreams must also exist somewhere. It might just be hidden,
I love this.
which is why it's difficult to see. Or it will only reveal itself at very specific times.
Specific times? Like when you put on your diving helmet?
Yeah, that's the general idea of it.
If you can't have a comforting place, you make one yourself.
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your helmet.
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? It's as if you're viewing a whole different world from the outside. It's a very surreal feeling. Both alienating, but also as if you're being protected by something. I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments, it's possible to see some truly wondrous things, as if a fairy tale has become reality. It's almost like a sort of miracle.
Really? Like a miracle?
Now I want to try on your helmet too.
Well, if that's in order.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, don't you still need time to work on Thelxie's weapon? We don't want to keep you from finishing your commission.
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. I've got to finish everything before tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me, Paimon. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for you to try my helmet. Thanks for all of your help. I'll be off for now. Let's meet up here again in 2 days.
I want to hug Fremine and okay, now I feel significantly less crazy about looking at that and thinking, oh, that's I'm thinking, oh, that's Morse code. I like how the background's dynamic with your mouse. Almost obscured by the penguin. You know, I could break this up into 3 parts, but I want it to be all in one. You get one from an A. And a penguin. Or maybe... penguins who are great at crafting. Hi, Don. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Goodness, surprising, surprising. Anyhow, I'm... Hello, Kamunagorg. Oh my gosh, I'm saying that wrong. It's going good, thanks. Thanks for the raid, wow. Welcome, welcome. This caught me by surprise. I'm like... Done. Aw, thank you, Don. Yeah, I'm very sporadic on when I stream. Sometimes I'm here around noonish, sometimes it's 2 in the morning. But yeah, this little working on the event quest, the main storyline. Ah yes, what is sleep if not just if not sporadic? Awesome, really appreciate the follow. Alright. Then wait until Tuesdays later. Alright. Have you played words? Have you played Genshin yourself, or what games do you play if not? If you don't mind me asking. Talk time.
Dave's finally come to meet up with Zuria. Let's head over to Fremene's camp right away.
Yes. Yes. Genshin is such a big game. I've been playing since almost its release, give or take. And yeah, no, I know what you mean when it's just like you need to take a break sometimes. Yes. I'm like, oh, it's like with earlier areas, they're like all 100%, and it's like there's just so much to the game. It's fun. Are you caught up and had no more quests? So you took a 6 month. Oh yeah, I'm like, I've been pretty consistent with how often I've been playing, so I haven't like fallen that far behind. Like when it comes to like the main story, I'm all caught up. I have a few more like character stories. 3.8. Need 100%. Ah yes. There's 3.7. Alright. What version is it currently? I'm terrible at keeping track of version numbers. I'm like, ah yes, it's the current version. There you version highlights. 4.2. Okay. I guess version 4.2. How to go back? Alright. 3.8, goodness. Yeah, no, I never took that much of a break. Like I would still pop on here and there. It's just I let like the little extra things fall by the wayside. Like I paid attention to like the main story quest and little events that came by. But otherwise, it's like the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, did I ever take a break? It's like not in the traditional sense, I don't think, but just about very close. I took as much of a break as I could without taking one. Oh my goodness. Oh, I will say things, at least as from my perspective, things have only been getting better. It's a lot of fun.
Is your child feeling any better?
Ah, yes. The curious
Thank you
case.
for your concern, Fremine. His condition is fairly stable. The family doctor said we might be able to take him out for a stroll today.
Zuria, Fremene, we're here.
Seems like everyone's arrived now.
Not quite. Aren't we missing someone? But Paimon has a guess where he might be.
Are you talking about little penguin? Little
Hey,
penguin.
Thelxie!
Oh, let's see. Oh my gosh, he is precious. do.
Oh, Thelxie's got himself a sword and a shield now. He's looking sharp.
And they're so pretty colors.
Indeed.
So
With
pretty
his
colors.
weapons in hand, Thelxie looks more formidable than ever. You've really outdone yourself, Remine.
We helped too.
Yes, you really had a good eye for materials. Everything you found was high quality. Speaking of which, Zuria just told me that she wants to end the adventure with the coronation ceremony. So, could I also trouble you with finding some materials for the crown?
No trouble at all.
You can just keep an eye out for them on our way to the ruins. I was planning to collect the materials myself, but then I realized you might be able to find some prettier ones than what I could get my hands on.
Oh, consider it done.
Seems like everything's ready to go. Shall we head out?
Please wait a moment. I was just thinking. Since Thelxie has already shown us his brand new appearance, we may already be able to draw a new page in the picture book. What do you think?
Ooh, Paimon's excited now.
What should we draw on the page?
Why don't we use the story we know as a reference? Just make the atmosphere a bit less grim.
So we'll take out the sad parts and replace them with happier stuff? Sounds great to Paimon.
All right, I'll give it a try. I'm not very adept at drawing, but I've seen a lot of art during my work. Now, as far as the actual content of the drawing, please tell me what you'd like to see.
Let me think. We can draw the weapon. The prince has picked up the Sword of Courage and the Shield of Perseverance, which proves he has crossed the mire of doubt, and now is ready to wage war against the darkness.
Aw.
Okay, I'll add the weapons. Anything else?
Paimon wants to give him some friends. Thelxie's got some friends by his side now, so he's no longer fighting alone.
Okay, I'll also draw some companions. Anything else?
Don't forget to add some color, too.
Color. Ah, color, yes, that's really important. The road in front of him now will no longer be just grayscale, but bursting with color and hope. Who would have thought the page could have become so inspiring? How wonderful. Splendid ideas, everyone.
Great! Everyone looks super pumped up. Thelxie most of all.
Are you seeing this, my son? Are you feeling inspired by this as well?
I want to take another moment. I want to take another moment to figure out what the little dots and dashes mean. Just a moment. Just a moment. Has his little Morse code gained any meaning? Okay. I'm so awful with Morse code. Okay. Dot dot dash dot. KF. KFU. Probably not.
I'm sure he is, Zuria. And this is still just the first page.
Ah, yes. We're just getting started.
That's right! Paimon can't wait to see the picture book when it's all finished. We should finish it as soon as possible and keep up the belief and hope in our hearts.
I'm starting to look forward to it as well. So let's get the show on the road and head towards the Kingdom of Water Imps.
Yay! Thelxie's fantastic adventures begin now!
Alright, part 2. Princess Country. Gonna have dinner? Okay. Have a good meal. Yep, no worries. I'm just gonna be finishing up this quest line. Who knows? Who knows how long I'll be? fiddle did. All right, the cat and the fiddle. The fish jumped over the moon. A cat with a black hat. Dog in a dress. Cat with a black hat. Ah yes, only a slight detour. Little dog laughs, seeing such fun, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Oof. Someone's singing here. Should we say hello? See you, Don. Thanks for stopping by. You too. Appreciate it. Hello. Should Paimon speak louder? Hello. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, alrighty, I get it. Greetings, friends from afar. Welcome to our party. Please take a seat. She looks very shy, sort of. Let's tone it down a bit. Yeah, Paimon's got you. We'll take a... Wait, Paimon's not seeing any seats. Woof woof. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. It's okay, Nana. It's not necessary. Mr. Courageau is right. We don't need to follow any awful rules. We just... Oh, see, Crom. Okay, no worries. Then all the more happy that you're sticking around. Let's see. Okay, Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Aroo. Are you talking to the puppy? Ah, yes. Puss in Boots. That's what it was. Oh my gosh. It's been so long since I've seen Shrek. And Shrek's the first thing that comes to mind in the nursery rhyme. But yeah, it's been so long since I think that. Well, how long ago did The Last Wish come out? It's been a while. It's been too long. How long ago did it? 2022. December of 2022. So it's been almost a year. The Last Wish is almost a year old. Anyway, it's time for pre-meal speech. Time to raise a toast. Let us raise a glass in our minds. Always flexible no matter how weird the situation is, huh? In that case, let's raise a glass in over our heads. To all the gears, muskets, and map books. Should Paimon meow along? Fine. Woof. Woof, woof, woof. Huh. Wait, did Paimon woof wrong? This hasn't felt right since the start. Can someone translate their woofs and meows, please? Meow. Meow, meow. Sorry, you're right. As a party host, that was my negligence. I should have introduced myself first. Penny is my name. The furry gentleman with the black hat. Here's Don. John Quinjaro. I almost said John Quintarantino. That's not Quintarantino. A swashbuckler. Meow. And this is Nana, a particularly elegant and very considerate lady. I love that they have fans for tales. Nana, thanks for saying that, sweetheart. Pleased to meet you. And things. Can't say I've never seen things like this before, but still. Why are you mumbling? It's our turn to introduce ourselves. The child seems to be talking to imaginary animal friends. Shouldn't we roll with it? No, Lady Nana and Mr. Kijiro are not imaginary, and they can speak. Oops, she heard us. May I tell them a little bit about you, Lady Nana? Just a little, or they won't understand what you'll say. Okay, Lady Nana is from the court of Fontaine. She has a nice surname, Le... I won't bring that up then. Good Nana, sorry to hurt your feelings. I'll just mention the happy part. Nana's best pal is the purple-eyed Autumn. Miss Autumn is a genuine lady. She changed Nana's outfit many times a day. Nana were... Nana wore a different dress to sleep, meals, afternoon teas, balls, walks, and even dates with different accessories. Ah, the most accessorized pup. Then purple eyed Autumn left home. Nana wandered here with her and became friends with us. Now, would you mind, Mr. Quajerno? Meow. Okay, I'll just tell them a little bit about you. Sorry, Mr. Quajerno is still wanted by the mission. Ah, yes, Puss in Boots, truly. Is wanted by the mission gardens to this day, so I can't say much at all, for your own good, of course. Years ago, when Mr. Quajerno was adventuring with his buddy, oh, that would be Rogan the Blind Man Freeman, they were pursued by hired hitmen to Poisson. They ran out of everything except the three goons on their tail. Mountains and Miss Quajerno charged in and saved them. What was it that you said at the time, Mr. Quajerno? Yeah. Ah, very well said. Right, he said, my fine friends, I love you with all my heart, but it's time to say goodbye. We'll meet again 6 feet under. He thought he'd never make it, so he lunged alone and drove all three bad guys away. Oh, must be a master of the sword. You believe it now, don't you? Rogue once said that you have to use your head, not your ears, to truly get what others are saying. If you still don't get it, just close your eyes and listen with your head. Hmm. The girl's words are full of fantasies, but you don't think it would hurt to go with the flow. Keep your eye closed a bit longer if you're bored. Keep your eyes closed a bit longer. If you're bored, I'll sing a song for you. Mr. Quajerno and Lady Nana often sing along with me. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the fish jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such fun, and the dish ran away with the spoon. No wonder they're so close to each other. What would they say? You mediate on that for a while. Zorwing, Pine's not feeling any different. Should we try to speak with the cat and dog? See your head not. Yeah, he's what are you saying? She's not stupid. Didn't you talk to her, Zorwing? You understood that, Pie? Yeah, just came to Paimon without any effort. Probably because you're practically a child. What are you calling Paimon immature? It's because she listens from the heart. I can. Hello, I can understand that too. Hello, friends from afar. How did you know we came from far away? Can you not only speak but tell the future just like Mona too? Friends from afar is a common greeting. Friends from afar. Oh, so everything Penny said is true. I did used to live in the court of Fontaine. Such wonderful memories, I suppose. My old friends are still mingling regularly at the Hotel de Broad. I would often accompany Autumn to such soirees at the hotel, and oh, how we danced. We wouldn't stop dancing, not even when the band grew tired. Whether or not you believe me, it is all a little more than memory for me now. For now, Autumn has found her calling, and I have found mine. I wish only for her happiness from the bottom of my heart. And Rogue has accepted me, so in the end, I stay here by choice. She's fully immersed in her memory, huh? Rogue. Penny mentioned that name. Who is he? He is a graceful gentleman. And he is Penny's guardian as well as our friend. Very fun to be with. adept at archery, and knows a thing or two about swords. An astounding young man. Don't travel in dangerous deeds, Quijaro, or you'll get yourself killed. Worry, worry not, Nana. A gremlin once foretold that I shall not die so easily. The prophecy says that when at last I tire of adventuring, a responsible and adorable girl shall appear, and in her I shall find my purpose and all remaining days, and I shall dedicate all that I have and am to ensuring she never comes to harm. That child is Penny, but how can I best protect her? Were I a knight and not a swashbuckler, I would know how. Alas, I am not.
A knight? You have one right in front of you. A Zorwing is an honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius.
Oh my, to think I should encounter a true knight. So, then allow me one presumptuous request.
I suppose we have the same idea. Although that's basically nothing we, the legendary adventurer duo, Zorwing and Paimon, can't do. Our time is quite valuable and carries a cost.
Why don't we figure out some charging plans while we have time? I believe I'd be willing to spend all my jewels to hire a knight. So, if you could, please become friends with Penny. Huh? Our dear Penny stands at the fork in the road. She knows not whether to grow up or remain a child. Her body is still growing, and she grows bigger by the day. She is growing mentally as well, and her heart grows more complicated by the day. What do a cat what what do a cat and dog know of such strange human things? But it should be easy for a knight. We need to find a knight to be Penny's friends. Perhaps then she can find the answers. You're very good to Penny. She's the best child in the world. No one loves her more than I do. Please be Penny's friend. I offer you all my necklaces and satin dresses. You have my word that I shall protect you with mine own life should the need arise. The gems from Liyue's traders may be priceless, but Don Quinjaro's promises are more priceless still, are more precious still. Well, how do I become her friend then?
You will? Paimon wants to be little Penny's friend too.
My dear friends, henceforth you are friends from afar no longer. From the moment you asked that question, you became dear friends. This is wonderful, so wonderful. Let us all tell Penny the good news. Well, I proceeded to immediately get sidetracked. We'll continue the quest of the penguin in a moment. Penny, my dear, you shall have two new friends. The legendary adventurer duo, Zorwing and Paimon, are willing to be our friends.
Really? I have so many friends now.
Let us have a ceremony to commemorate this. The ceremony requires a speech, but alas, we lack the time to write a proper one.
Don't worry, just keep it simple.
Very well then, I shall make this brief. Please come forward.
This should do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby declare Penny, friend to the children, Don Quijaro, the swashbuckler, and Lady Nana, hereby welcome Paimon and... just a moment. How should I introduce you to?
You mean Paimon's title? You can call Paimon the best travel guide in Teyvat. And let's use Honorary Knight of the Knights of Favonius for her, though her other titles are awesome too.
Just love the 50-yard stare of the cat.
No, that's not. No, that's not what Mr. Quijero is asking. We need to know who your friends are. Every one of us, cats and dogs, are bound to. Oh,
Every one of us, cats and dogs, are bound together by the bonds of friendship. A little breath of friendship. A little. Oh my gosh. They bounce back and forth. I need to pay attention who's talking. A little bereft of friendship. Oh, such a life would be too horrible. Life bereft of friendship. Oh, such a life would be too horrible. So, who are your friends? A deity that oversees a whole nation? We know several. Government officials and wealthy people pay money. Hmm. This middle one's no, but it's like, do we want to go Paimon or Eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Catch a tiger by the toe. If you always let him go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Sorry, Pi. Let's do 3. No. Good. Penny always brings delicious food, and so she is also a deity, the goddess of biscuits and bones. Then, my dear friends, from now on, you shall have one more deity friend. Good. In the name of all bearings, cakes, and storybooks, Penny, Paimon, and Azorwing are now good friends. You shall share all your bones, biscuits, and picture books, and say good night to each other before you go to sleep. Play in the mud together, scare birds together, and count stars together. Oh, indeed. Now we're all friends, but wait, the two of you haven't met the children yet. Gosh, we almost forgot the children. Strange, I haven't seen them at all today. The children are our friends too. You two should meet them. You're right. Please go meet the children. Let them know you are their new friends. They probably went somewhere far away to play. It's high time they return. Go into the water and have a look. Don't worry, just go underwater. You needn't fret about the children not wanting to come back. I'll sing a song to send you along. The children will come back to sleep in their big shells when they hear my song, so head over to the big shell and wish them sweet dreams. What is this little quest line? It's your unique friend that loves talking to themselves so much. If I didn't mind, let's go to the big shell. Parsley. I have no idea. And here, back to our regularly scheduled penguin. Oh. Give me a moment. Oh, give me a moment.
Look! Those are materials that we can use for the crown, right? Let's get some for Fremine.
These should be enough. I knew you'd have a knack for finding the best materials. We shouldn't need anything else to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps. freeze!
Alrighty, Roo. All is good. No worries about that. Hmm. And here.
Whoa. Is that the entrance to the underwater ruins ahead?
Huh. I guess anyway, let's get back to our regularly scheduled penguin. Oh. Assaulting the Water Imp Kingdom. Prince's Brave Blade unleashes shockwave that at Thelxie's fish, dealing physical damage. I'll just go with the current team I have. Anywho, definitely no more dwaddling. I have gained a new time limit, unfortunately. Yes. Hello, Oreo. Oh my goodness. What are you getting up to? Hmm? Wow.
So these are the underwater ruins that Fremine found. They're pretty amazing, but still not exactly the kind that Paimon was imagining.
This is the kingdom of water imps, Paimon, not ruins.
Oh, yeah, Paimon knows. It's just... Paimon thought we'd actually see a fairy tale world. Like with the water imps' colorful houses and the
Oreo.
rainbow bridge.
I'm sorry. I was hoping to put up some decorations, but ran out of time to do it by myself.
It's okay. It's fantasy time now.
Whoa, someone's already switched into fantasy mode.
Oh my gosh, Oreo, down! You are just a hefty cat. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Hello, you're making Minnow jealous, Oreo. You're making her jealous. I know you want all of the attention. And Minnow's just like glaring. She's like, I wanted attention. Now I have to sit over on the side. Okay, down. Come on. Back. Yep, there you go. Back onto your little seat. Okay, there you go. Alright. Oh, sounds like
Seems like the travelers already got the gist of things. You should do your best too, Paimon.
Yeah, Pie. Come on.
Don't underestimate Paimon. Paimon can flip the switch too. Now entering Paimon Fantasy Mode!
Neat.
Ahem. Young adventurers, 'tis Paimon, guardian goddess of this land. State your goals and intentions for visiting this nation.
We are the companions of Prince Thelxie, your Divine Highness. We have come to help him reclaim the glory that he has lost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, reclaiming your glory! Thy goddess here has golden glory, silver glory, and bronze glory. Which is it that the prince has lost?
Huh?
Did you break character, Paimon?
Not at all! This is the goddess's test! Ahem. From your responses, the goddess has concluded that you're all brave adventurers without the taint of greed in your hearts. As such, you are worthy of everyone's respect.
This is like when you're trying to play pretend with children, and they're like, no, you're doing it wrong. And it's like, well, I don't even know what we're doing in the first place.
So please accept the goddess's reward. The goddess will now bestow all 3 types of glory upon you. And as for this prince, the goddess will also bestow upon you the rainbow glory, so your future will always be filled with light.
Even Thelxie is confused.
My gratitude to your Divine Highness for such generous blessings. Power is now surging through every part of my body.
Me too. Is this the divine inspiration of legend?
All thanks to the power of goddess Paimon.
Ahem. Now, adventurers, forge bravely ahead and defeat the monsters that have taken over the kingdom. You will be sure to find that which you seek.
Using Thelxie's water imp Genshin to defeat opponents more easily. After using the skill, Thelxie must charge up before being able to use it again.
Please be careful, brave adventurers. Just ahead are some evil enemies that have invaded the kingdom of water imps. They're called... Hilly Churls of the Deep.
Dodge this! Freeze! Frost is coming! Get in gear!
A little Thelxie. He's just precious.
Those accursed enemies are back again. Your Highness, please show them what you're made of.
Going under! Frost is coming! Get in gear! Frost is coming! Get in gear! Frost is coming! There! Frost is coming!
Do they need to be like a certain distance to him?
Oh!
Oh goodness.
Water jet!
Dodge this! Freeze!
Blitz.
There! Frost is coming! Commencing cleanup! Get in gear! Frost is coming! Pair! Frost is coming! Pair! Don't get frostbite. Dodge this! Cool it!
Not expecting that to be with
Don't push your luck!
Come a little closer.
Get in gear! We're under attack again. It's a Lawitcher of the deep.
There's no need to fear, my friends. His Highness is so strong now that even a Diviniture of the deep would pose no threat to him.
Dead reckoning! Frost is coming! Pair! Frost Frost is coming! Pair! Get in gear! Frost is coming! Dodge this! Freeze!
You've been a naughty...
Dodge this!
You're in for a little shock.
Get in gear! Frost is coming! Going under! Get in gear!
I like that his voice is muffled because he's wearing a
Frost is
helmet.
coming! Get in gear! Pair! Frost is coming!
Whew, it's finally over. So have we defeated the evil monsters and reclaimed the kingdom of water imps?
Yes, it should now be time for us to attend Thelxie's coronation ceremony. The only thing is, I didn't expect this to go so smoothly. I thought it would have taken longer for us to reach the heart of the ruins. It was my mistake. I should have told Fremine earlier that we would also need a crown.
It's all because the Traveler and Goddess Paimon were too strong. We just eradicated all the monsters in one go.
It's okay, Zuria. We can come back again once I've made the crown.
Then I must thank all of you again for taking the time, and you too, Thelxie, my child.
Thelxie's turning out to be a real expert at fighting.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that will be able to stop him. He's like a true prince now.
Yes, I agree as well.
Let's head back to camp for now. I asked the Traveler to search for some materials on the way because I want to make the crown as soon as possible.
We can add an update to Thelxie's fantastic adventures as well. Now that we've reclaimed the kingdom of water imps, it's time for us to draw some new scenes in the picture book.
Mm-hmm.
Zuria and Fremine, why don't we draw the new pages first? Paimon really wants to update the picture book.
He just wanted to see someone draw Goddess Paimon.
Hey, you didn't have to say it out loud.
No problem. I'm happy to oblige. Then in that case, the story today should go something like this.
Oh?
After overcoming many obstacles, Prince Thelxie and his brave companions finally arrived at the entrance to the Kingdom of Water Imps.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, the little fairy in the group, Paimon, revealed her true goddess form to her companions.
Woohoo! The goddess has arrived! She praised the companions for their purity, and to reward them, she bestowed upon them many blessings, and even prayed that the prince would be able to fulfill his goal.
Bathed under the goddess's glory, the prince and his companions charged into the bastion of evil, chased away the monsters, and rescued the pretty water imps from their imprisonment. The prince finally managed to reclaim his kingdom. But as for the crown...
Oh no, the crown isn't ready yet!
No. The crown was within the prince's reach, but the monsters took it with them as they fled. They haven't given up and are sure to return, but the prince is certain to reclaim the crown the next time they fight. The brilliant rainbow shall descend onto the kingdom once more.
Aww.
Oh, and Paimon can almost see it all happening now! Whoa, the pages are beautiful! Zuria's really talented at drawing.
Thank you, everyone. We've also completed the second page of the picture book now. Thelxie's journey is one step closer to its end and the promised coronation. My child, You'll also be able to brighten up when that time comes, right?
I'm sure he will, Zuria. Who knows? Perhaps the doctor will already have some good news for you when you get back home today.
Perhaps.
I sure hope so, Your Divine Highness. Oh, Fremine, about the time you'll need for the crown.
Please don't worry. One day should be more than enough.
Ah, then I must thank you for your hard work. All right, let's rendezvous here in another 2 days' time for our final adventure, okay?
Sounds good to me.
And see you in 2 days, my lovely friends.
All right, it's about time we start heading off too. You've still got some work to do, right, Fremine?
Yeah, I'll need to go to the city shortly to get some parts for the base of the crown. I want to try out a few different designs and choose the one that looks the best.
Okay. He's really dedicated.
Yeah. Paimon knew that you didn't often take commissions from others, but Paimon had no idea you'd be so dedicated once you're on the job.
Well, about that, it might be because...
Because what?
It's because I hope...
Take your time.
What's the matter? And what's with that look on your face? You're turning red, and it looks like you're about to run away and put your helmet on again.
Am I turning red?
Aw. Don't tease Fremine, Pie.
All right. We won't bother you anymore for today, Fremine. Let's see each other in 2 days' time.
Okay, thank you. See you in 2 days.
See ya.
I hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would be able to see something beautiful and experience a miracle for themselves.
I just love this quest line. I like his cape. Also, these penguins are adorable. Lone penguin. Fighting penguin. And the Martians. Also, before we continue onward with the whole waiting for 2 days thing, she said she lived over here Like, okay, can I find her? Oh, did I get myself turned around? What? There we go.
What's the hurry?
See, got hath rung his kell, ding dong, hark. Now I hear them ding dong bell.
Who are you? I have a patient here who needs quiet bed rest. Please leave us be unless you have anything urgent to report.
Hmm. Did I miss?
Water jet!
Okay.
Water jet!
Doesn't look like it's blinking, so. One, two, three, four.
Go!
I'm sorry? Oh! There's 4 stumps there, 1 stump there, 2 stumps there, and 3 stumps there.
Yeah!
Here, 3 stumps, and this one only has 1 stump. These things are so weird. Freaking weird jellyfish. The other one's moving! Where are you going? Excuse me, sir. Are you coming back? Oh, wait, no, there's multiple.
Water jet!
Cool it!
Yep.
Hit!
It has been freed.
What's the hurry? Ha!
There's this one.
What's the hurt? Dodge
Poor
this!
thing. It's trapped.
Water jet!
Cool it! Ah,
You've been a naughty boy.
dodge this!
Go!
Do I have a key? I do not.
Catch the wind.
Okay, there might be one missing, but nope.
Fascinating.
I can't quite describe it. But I don't quite like the whole absorbed by the jellyfish. A little bit weird for my liking. Let's wait until tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. This takes a surprisingly amount of time. A surprisingly long amount of time. Excuse me. Okay.
Today's the final day of Thelxie's fantastic adventures. Let's go find Fremine at his camp.
Hang on. Okay. Where's our destination? I'm very curious of what that's all about. I had a nickel for... There are like so many magical trees. To be fair though, in a magical world, magical trees just feels right. Alright, mysterious ships. Fremine! Oh! Hello!
Hey, Fremine! Thelxie! We're here!
So we are.
Hello, Paimon. Hello, traveler.
Is the crown ready?
Yes, we're just waiting for Zuria now. She hasn't arrived yet.
Then let's wait for her a little while. Or actually, maybe we can go find her. It's not too far from here anyway. Didn't she say she just lives on the hill over there?
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Oh?
Oh, and speaking of...
Found you two at long last. I'm so glad that you both are all right.
Huh? Why are you here, Miss Delaroche? And what could have happened to us?
What could have happened? That water imp Thelxie, of course. After I gave you that commission the other day, I began to get worried and went asking about the boy that went missing.
Oh, that? We've got it all figured out now. The boy you heard about was just Fremine. Even the missing fish was his fault. Don't worry, we'll help you get the fish back as soon as we're done with this job.
Oh, sorry about that. I've been diving in the area recently.
Huh? Fremine diving? No, that's not what happened at all. I've heard a completely different account.
Oh?
What I was told is that about a month ago, a child tied a bunch of heavy seashells onto his body and walked into this open stretch of water. He never came back. What could that be if not that water imp's work?
It sounds like the child got lost in his dreams.
Are you sure?
100% sure. I've confirmed the account with several veteran fishermen I know. The child was only 8 years old. His name was Lescaut. Lescaut d'Estray.
Wait, let's go to Stray?
Yeah, that's the name. They say the family took on the name after moving to the city from a place called Stray. Anyway, his mother is a pretty famous art dealer, while his father passed away from an accident many years ago. Oh, well, naturally, his mother was devastated by the incident and fell terribly ill. It's said that she left the court of Fontaine, and no one knows where she's gone.
It can't be, right? Let's go Destray? Zuria Destray? It must be some sort of a coincidence?
Seems like we need to pay a visit to the Destray house.
I'm sorry, miss. We've got to go check on something right now.
Oh, I see. Well, you go on ahead. I just came to make sure that you're both all right. I'll head back then. Please remember to take care.
You know, I've been wondering why she had been looking at the penguin every time she's been saying, "My precious child." This is not what I thought it was. Not at all. And, well, things are about as bright as the sky right now. And when we came a-knocking, because that's one of the reasons why I had to check, although I got caught up with the freaking weird jellyfish things. I thought that she was perhaps the one with the delusion. I didn't mention it at the time. That would explain these inscribed shells.
Excuse us. Is anyone here? Is this Madame Destray's place?
Who are you? I have a patient here who needs quiet bed rest. Please leave us be unless you have anything urgent to report.
Who is this patient? He walks out with a confused look in his
This
eye.
is the residence of Zuria d'Estray, and I'm Jala Khan, her family doctor. What did you mean by your question just now? Who else could be my patient?
Your patient should be Zuria's son, right? She told us herself that her son had contracted loneliness syndrome.
No, you're right. Young Master Lescaut did have that illness once upon a time, but well, the young master's no longer with us. And now the Madame has come down with the same illness. Are you her friends by any chance?
Yes, you could say. Inform the doctor of all that's happened in the past few days.
So, when she had requested time to go out over the past few days, it was so she could spend them with you.
So, if I'm understanding this right, the one who's suffering from uncontrollable delusions is the Madame herself? She believes her son is still alive?
That is correct. When the young master disappeared, she was organizing an art exhibit that she had specifically prepared for him. But since she had to leave the house, she was unable to see her son one last time. That might have been the trigger for her regret. Or perhaps the family's fall into loneliness and grief was inevitable as soon as the old master passed away. First the son, and then the mother.
But how could that be? She really looked like she had a handle on everything. Her smile was so lovely, and she even told us to stay optimistic. But you're saying she...
That's how it is, isn't it? When you're bearing the weight of an indescribable grief, you hold on to whatever scraps of happiness you can find.
Those actions are proof that she can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality.
Then, all the other things that she told us about her son, were those fake too?
No, those were all real. Although, they were all things that happened before the young master left us for good. Madame's time has just never moved forward since his passing.
I see. So after her son left, she created a fantasy world where her son was still with her. She was looking for a way to cure his illness when she ran into us.
How is Serena now?
She has been in a good mood the past few days, even humming a song when she returned from her stroll. She even began discussing with me the idea of using deliberate guidance to ease the illness. It was all going well, until last night. She spent a whole night staring at the shell the young master left behind, and the words that he had inscribed onto it. Then she broke down once more. I prescribed some sedatives, and she's currently resting.
But then what should we do? How can we help her? There has to be something we can do.
Don't panic, Paimon. Even though this is a devastating piece of news, we must all calm down first. What should we do? I need to think. I need to remember the old house of the hearth and the children who lived in it. Those patients, and what their doctors said back then. What if... Dr. Jalacan, have you seen a picture book? The Madame should have brought it back with her.
Are you thinking about trying the guidance therapy she talked to me about before? It's worth a shot. I'll go get the book.
Quickly retrieves the book and hands it to Fremenade.
Yes, this is it.
You still need to finish the adventure in the picture book?
That's right. If what Dr. Jean Lacan said was true, the past few days have been very helpful to Zuria, so we should complete this journey. We need to show her that her child has found a happy ending in the world of her dreams.
But wouldn't that just make it harder for her to accept reality?
One must first face reality before accepting it. The Madame has been crushed by her feelings of grief and can no longer bring herself to face reality. Our first priority would be to get her out of this state.
Right. Before today, I had thought she wanted to use Thelxie's fantastic adventures to save her son. But now, I think she might need it to save herself. And if we could complete it, we should be able to give her some feeling of inspiration and closure. Maybe those feelings would be enough to give her some courage to face reality again.
We'll have to give it a try.
There's no time to waste. Let's set off right away.
The sea goddess hath rung his keel. Ding dong, hark, now I hear them. That is an eon away. 8. So young. Alright, let's go back to the kingdom of the water imps. A very specific version. Second verse, same as the first. Just wow.
We're here again. This is the final part of Thelxie's journey, but the most important person is missing.
Everyone, please don't be so down and gloomy. Remember what she told us?
You're right. Paimon needs to smile. If we have to give something to Zuria, it should be our smiles. We have to keep smiling as we finish this adventure.
Right.
And then she'll be able to recover, right, everyone?
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Oh! Be careful, brave adventurers. Here come the evil monsters that stole the crown. They're... the deep sea cyclops. Let's beat them up!
Goodness gracious, my aim is atrocious today.
This moment will be frozen in...
No escape!
Blitz.
I'll race you there! Go, go, Baron Bunny! Bombs away! Go!
Hair! Watch out, everyone! They're coming at us again!
There's no need to fear. Prince Thelxie looks stronger than ever today. He must be going all out.
No one escapes my sights.
Oh, so sorry.
Dead reckoning! Get in gear! Frost is coming! Pair! Get in gear! Pair! Frost is coming! Get in gear!
What's up? Oh my gosh. You're back. You're welcome. Are you good? You alright, you good? Okay.
Frost is coming!
Oh!
Hey, go, go, Baron Bunny. Wipe out.
Get in gear! Going under! Frost is coming! Get in gear! Pair! Frost is coming! Pair! Frost is coming! Tear!
Freeze!
Come a little closer.
Oh, this is the final enemy, right? We'll reclaim the crown for you now, Your Highness!
Cool it! Don't get frostbite. Freeze!
No escape!
Commencing cleanup! Frost is coming! Tear! Frost is coming! Get in gear! Tear! Frost is coming! Get in gear!
Let's spark things up a little. Blitz.
Oh, so sorry. Cool it!
Go! Let it rain!
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I have to go. I made a promise to my friends, and I'm already very late.
But, Madame, you're still.
Don't try to stop me. Today's the most important day for treating Thelxie. We'll use the guidance method. Didn't you also say that you'd think it'd work?
I'm not trying to stop you, Madame. It's just. Could you tell me the name of your child?
Dr. Jalacan, how can you forget the name of your own patient? His name is Thelxie. He's the prince of the kingdom of water imps. We will go today to reclaim his crown and attend his coronation ceremony.
I see. Madame, please rest assured, everything is still on schedule. Your friends have already departed to find... Wait, look. They've already returned.
Zuria! Zuria! We've retrieved the crown!
Paimon, everyone, have you really?
Yes, but the coronation ceremony still hasn't taken place, because we felt like you should be the one to preside over it.
Wonderful,
my
how
goodness.
wonderful! Thelxie, my child, are you hearing this? Everything you
Hello,
lost will now
welcome,
come back
Rayla.
to you, and soon, very
All's
soon,
good.
you will never be lonely again.
We are in the middle of a very heart-aching quest.
And the last page of the picture book. It's still waiting for you to illustrate in color.
Right, the picture book. But I don't know what I should put on the last page.
Don't worry, Thelxie and his friends all know what should go on it. Get ready, Zuria. We'll describe everything for you.
Okay.
At last, Thelxie and his friends were able to drive off the final invading monsters and achieve a dashing victory. Their success was complete, and the recovered crown resplendent.
The water imps, finally returning to their homes, showered the prince with love and applause as he greeted them. They once again offered their precious shells to the prince and reconstructed the rainbow bridge of old. As he watched the scene unfold, the prince could not help but be touched by its beauty.
Moved by everyone's happiness, the prince stepped onto the rainbow bridge and took a good look at all the friends who had gone on the journey with him. There stood the traveler, Goddess Paimon, Fremine, and... Huh? Where's the last person? The prince looked frantically around, but could not find the person he wanted to see most. At that moment, the person suddenly appeared on the other side of the bridge. She walked towards him with a smile and slowly lifted her veil.
Oh.
The prince could not hold back his tears. He recognized then that the mysterious person that had been by his side the whole time was none other than his mother. Surya walked across the bridge and placed the crown above the prince's head. She smiled down upon him as she said, "My prince, my king, you shall never, ever need to feel lonely again."
That's the end of the story, Zarya.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am so sorry, my child. Maman should have spent more time with you. Did you hear the story? You'll never have to feel lonely again. Maman loves you too.
What's happening? Is Zarya talking to Thelxie?
What is Thelxie saying?
Quick, put on my diving helmet. There's a transcription module in it that's compatible with Thelxie's output signals. You should be able to use it to understand what Thelxie's saying.
When he walks on the and puts his diving helmet. Was that? Yeah. Aw. I love you, Mama. So that's what Thelxie's saying.
Maman loves you too.
But I love you more, Maman.
Huh? Oh, what's this?
What? Did you see something?
Maman, I'm getting a little sleepy. If it's time for bed, can you hum a lullaby to me again? Of course, my dearest child. As long as you want to hear it, Mama will always hum for you. Thank you, Maman. Your lullaby has always been my favorite. Now that I've heard it, I can return to my dream and to the kingdom of water imps in peace. My poor darling. Please don't forget. I will always love you. My love is greater than the entire distance between here and the kingdom of water imps. I won't forget, Maman. And so is my love for you. Greater than the entire distance between here and the kingdom of water imps. Good night, Maman.
Oh. Honestly, when things go like this, it hardly feels like just another adventure. 3 days later, at Frembene's camp.
Traveler, Paimon, you're here.
Fremine, why did you call us in such a hurry? Did you hear something from Zarya? Oh, if it's not good news, Paimon doesn't want to hear it.
Don't worry, it's definitely great news. The Madame came here for a visit just now with her doctor. Color has returned to her cheeks, and she sounded full of energy as well.
Oh, how wonderful.
She said she'd like to return to the court to continue hosting the art exhibit. But this time, she'll work with her doctor to exhibit some picture books related to the illness. Of course, Thelxie's fantastic adventures and the guidance therapy will be included in the exhibit as well. She'd like to use her experience to help others.
That's wonderful! So it wasn't bad news after all.
Mm-hmm. Here, please take this picture book with you. The Madame wanted you to have it. If at some point in the future you were to run into someone with similar troubles, she hopes the book would be of use to you.
But this is her son's story, right? Is it really okay to give the book to us?
It's probably a copy.
Don't worry, it's just a copy.
Yeah.
She still has the original. It's extremely important to her.
Alright, then there's no problem. It feels good knowing we've contributed to something important. Paimon definitely didn't expect the fantasy adventure to be so useful. Paimon was a little worried about how everything would turn out. After all, fantasy is just fantasy.
Paimon, do you know what the Madame said? She said that at the moment when she placed the crown on Thelxie's head, she felt like she really saw something beautiful. Her child had returned, and he told her that he loved her. She also said that was when she was finally able to bid farewell to her son. She felt like at that moment, she was healed by some mystical power, and she was filled with courage from head to toe.
How interesting.
Oh, really? But could that just be another part of her fantasy?
Perhaps. But if fantasy is just fantasy, and the fantasy world is not real, then how could it still grant us these powers that we can continue to use in the real world?
So perhaps fantasy is not just fantasy after all.
But what else could it be?
A descent of the fairy tale world into the real world. At that time, the wondrous fairy tale temporarily became reality and influenced real things in our world. That has to be what happened. You saw it too, didn't you?
But that can't be what happened, right? There's just no way. Wouldn't it be like a miracle if that really happened?
Wouldn't it be?
Yes, I suppose that would be a miracle. I hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would be able to see something beautiful and experience a miracle for themselves.
Thelxie's Fantastic Adventures. Children's fantasy book containing only 3 pages. It tells the story of a prince who overcomes loneliness. It reads for anyone in a tough spot, in small print on the back cover. This one's so dark. In this one, they're chasing the dark away. In the final one, it's full of happiness. Yes, I picked it up. Yes, it will lock on an attack. Super nodes when inserting the nodes into the ship's cannon. Oh, the octopus energy. Like maybe that? The gold thing. The heck? Hello? Anywho, I was hoping, ultimately, the reason why I was lurking in the area was to find more of the shells of Thelxie. And now we're in the middle of this quest. Might have. Almost looks like I was just walking sideways. It's not even like you go up to it and it's like, oh, enter keys here. Oh, that's how you get in there. Interesting.
What's the hurry?
Burning the treasure. What secret? Let's see the treasure. The key to opening gate. How does that sound? Someone something again. Of course not. I wouldn't dream of asking a tavern guest to run errands. This naval artillery by the side and the rubble beyond its point. Do what you can, blow up the rocks, and the treasure you uncovered is yours for the taking. Helms and did, I'm not changed. What parts are missing? I think you've been forfeit. Fully powered. I tend to it every day. Before you activate the cannon, I would like you to answer several questions. He calls it a good source of amusement. Yes, they have something to slow down their drinking and keep them here longer. Sure, but ask away. How many tables are in the rusty rubber? Sure. How many employees do we have? And what is not served? Yes, the question is correctly. I can blow up the rubble and get the treasure. And that's the treasure. After that, I'll find the right time to place another stowable prize in the cave and seal it with rubble. Treasures we need to be playing. That's a lot of work for you. That's all?
What a scoop. It'll sell like hotcakes.
Ah, there are 2 tables.
I can keep drinking.
What have you heard? This way. There's nothing more. Much more. Well, that's okay too. If you're using more on the device, and the device and good wine after all. By good
Have you heard the story about that customer over there?
From Leeway, where have you? Some help. How many people who work here? So she counts 1. Three?
I can keep drinking.
No, what you got? Oh, you can buy milk here. Milk, cheese, please.
Pay first, then take it. A scoop. It'll sell like hotcakes.
How many tables? 2. Super 2, that's wrong. Again, 3. Okay, I'm guessing that table counts. 3. Food is not served. Cheese. Roll time flour. It would be cool if she actually covered her ears.
Finally.
How did she manage that? Congratulations.
Quite the find. What's the hurry? Ah!
Okay. I killed a fish with that stunt.
Freeze!
fish end up just sitting on top of the ice. Or halfway embedded. Oh. There's just a Hydroluscious right there.
Catch the wind. Ha! Dodge this! Freeze!
You've been a naughty boy. You. Oh my.
Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just continuing for a little bit further while I passively absorb the tragic story that we have just experienced.
What's the hurry?
Water jet!
Dew bubbles. Dew bubbles burst when they are attacked, releasing ripples. They can be moved by the abilities of the octopus. Neat. Dew bubbles. Okay. Okay, it's just a timing. I was gonna say, are yes, this little thing's finally moving.
I'll keep this close. Go!
I'm very much not where I expected to be, but at the same time, I'm not sure where else I would have been. Any hammer darlings? I do believe that this is a perfect place to end it. At the adventure's end, you discover that the one who needed help was not the prince, but rather his mother. Still, you complete the fantasy ritual coronation, and in that instance, the departed prince miraculously returns, like a figure from a fairy tale, dispelling the sickness before saying a proper farewell to her. She's wearing a mask. Okay. Alright. And with that, I'll catch you next time, darlings. Bye.